What's up, everybody? It's me, Rivah, and I am back again with another video. If you are new here, my name is Rivah, and I am here to give you guys my full thoughts, my feelings, my opinions on this video. I'm just going to go ahead and press play, and I want you guys to hear everything that Deray Davis has to say in this interview, and then I'm going to give you guys my thoughts and my feelings, my reaction, of course, afterwards.
I had older women who thought I wasn't being parented correctly, slightly trying to take advantage of me, and not slightly, taking advantage.
Right, but you lost your virginity to two 30-year-olds?
Yeah,
At the same time?
yeah, two ugly, horrible looking women.
And you were,
What was I?
you were how old?
11.
11.
Going to 12, I had no hair on me.
Right.
I remember not having, and it was disgusting. And to this day, it's difficult for women to get me to go down. It's difficult. The girls that have had it, you're welcome. But it's hard. It's hard for me. It's hard for me to go down, man, because I remember what it was like down there. It was like a scary jungle. It was a terrible place to be. It was a terrible place to be, and they taking turns. I was just happy to be up. It made my Kool-Aid taste different for a long time.
So, I came across this video obviously on TikTok, and for those of you guys who obviously don't know me, which I feel like you guys kind of gotten to know me, especially if you've been subscribed for a while, but Rivah love the kids. Okay, I love children so much. I love everything about children, and one of my main thing is when children are around me, I always do whatever I can to protect them, right? Cover them as a woman, your womanly nature normally does, protecting their innocence and all of those things. Just I love that children are these beings that are going to grow up and be adults one day, and that every encounter that they have is going to impact the way that they adult eventually, so I always try to be that positive reinforcement while I'm around children. And I absolutely hated this conversation to my core. I hated this conversation. Even more than just a conversation, this shows why men cannot be vulnerable. Unfortunately, this shows the reason why men are not forthcoming with information, with their traumas, with the things that they've gone through, with issues, because society has it that men do not have feelings. They don't have feelings. They don't have traumas that they've gone through. They don't have personal things that they might possibly dwell on or might be living in their subconscious mind. They don't have any of that. They're like stones. Men are like stones. You can say whatever you want. They're emotionless and nothing will bother them. And it's not true. In this conversation, he said to the interviewer, I believe it was Vlad, he said to Deray, oh, so you lost your virginity at 11 years old to two 30-year-old women. And it's mind-boggling to me that the words were lost your virginity to. How can an 11-year-old lose their virginity to two people that are older, grown people, 30 years old, two people that could possibly have been his mother? If this conversation was with a woman, the verbiage would have been completely different. Completely different. And he is a comedian, so people are going to have the tendency to laugh, but I feel like I know a lot about funny people enough to know that people who are always laughing are masking something and have some kind of hurt going on inside. The seriousness of him saying that there was no hair there, you can tell that it took him back to a space of being uncomfortable, being, him as an adult now, knowing how wrong that situation was, knowing that he was taken advantage of. He said women who are around him and felt like he was not being parented correctly. So they swooped in and just, took advantage of that situation and ultimately of him as well. Because again, he's a comedian, and because he's a man, they kind of had to joke around with the whole entire conversation instead of having a bigger conversation about that. Like, how did that affect you? Did you ever go to therapy for this? What was the reaction when your parents found out? Like, what was the actual situation? How has this affected you as a father? It's funny, it's breezed over and, laughed about, and I'm sure they just moved on to the next conversation. I'm not sure. This is a very short clip. But then we have women who are like, oh, how come you can't be vulnerable with me? Men can cry. Men can be emotional. You can tell me everything. Society has proven very different, as we can see in this video. It is proven that you cannot share everything. People look at you funny, because he's 11 and whatever. Oh yeah, you're the man. But he wasn't a man. He was a child who was unaware of the entire situation. As he said, he was just happy that he could stay up past his bedtime. Think about that mentality. And then think about how many other men have gone through things like this silently. Won't say anything. Won't think that it affects them because society says, oh, whatever, man up. What are you going to do? Cry about it? People wish they had that experience. What are you going to do? Be mad? If he ever said that it traumatized him, imagine the backlash with that as well. It's hurtful. It's very, very hurtful. And I want to say too that this is a telling sign as well for women. Women have a tendency to like protect their daughters. I have to say tendency. I have to say sometimes, because sometimes women will get new boyfriends, every other week, and have the boyfriend like around the child and not even watch or not even blink an eye and just think it's nothing. So I have to say sometimes. But as a woman, as a single woman, this is why it's very important to have two-parent households with healthy mindset, two people with healthy mindsets having a functional household. But also, this shows that women also need to protect their sons as well. A lot of women want their sons to grow up so fast. A lot of women are like so quick to tell their son, like, you're the man of the house now. And a lot of women just take their own, that innocence away from their sons in their own way because they want them to hurry up and grow up and be the man that they never had. Forgetting to ask their sons questions that they normally ask your daughter. Oh, did anybody, what's going on? What happened today? Anything weird happen? You can tell me. Tell me what's going on. Tell me how you feel. Instead of, boy, stop exaggerating. Stop being so emotional. You're not a girl. Why are you crying? It's hurtful. It's hurtful. And I think at this point in society, it's been a space where a lot of women are exuding this like desensitized nature. And as women, we're supposed to be sensitive. We're supposed to have emotions. We're supposed to have compassion, empathy, sympathy. But a lot of these women nowadays are just turning so cold. So if we tell men not to be so emotional, and we have women who aren't emotional, who's going to nurture, protect, and care for their children? People who are, like he said, on the prowl of people who don't have good parents around, or parents that are paying attention. Maybe. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I generally want to hear your complete thoughts, your feelings, your opinions on this video. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up. And if you are not following me on Instagram, my Instagram is at RIVAH_JORDON. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you.